Mr.
got people, like I said, nobody's going.
All right. Councilmember Bazell.
Here.
Councilmember Houghton. Councilmember Farley.
Here.
Councilmember Fink.
Here.
Councilmember Grooms.
Here.
Councilmember Rich.
Here.
Mayor Goodwin.
Yep. Okay, so we're here to talk about phase one deadline. I personally have not had one call complaining to me about the deadline. And if I would have had a call, let me say this up front, if I would have had a call from somebody complaining about the deadline, I would have told them your deadline ain't over with yet, so go sign up if that's what you're worried about. Pretty simple. So, you know, that's my feelings.
Well, actually, the amount of information you need to pull together to do an accurate application for the stir license was, if on short notice, is onerous, but they had time, I don't disagree, but what's the harm in giving an extended amount of time to allow us to clarify any of the other kind of issues that could use more clarity?
Well, what are you gonna say to number 81 that's waiting out there for phase two, because we've had 80 sign up? So I'm waiting out there for phase two, and you told me phase two is gonna start on this date. I'm waiting, and now you're gonna change it.
We're not that's why you amend things. I mean, it hasn't started yet, it hasn't ended yet. We're meeting tonight to entertain whether or not there are sufficient reasons maybe to give additional time. There's a number of different clarification issues, I think, that could be, eliminate any public discourse about, we didn't have time to do this, or we didn't understand that. And I just think that gives us the opportunity, without any expense really to the city staff, to put aside anybody's regrets or disgruntledness about being able to have enough time to pull all our documentation together and file it.
What needs to be fixed?
Well, I think there's things like, how are we gonna work the priority based on ownership length? One license per owner, what if that works if they have a multiple duplex or units like that? Those aren't really clear. What about inheritance on a wait list position? We have,
Why would that, wait a minute, hold it. Why would inheritance be one on the wait list position? If you inherit it, you got 90 days to get a license.
well, but part of the stipulation now is there's only one license per property. What if you have a duplex?
There's only one license per
owner.
person.
Yeah, per
person.
owner, but what if
So
you
we
have
have
a
some
duplex?
folks sitting in this audience that have 4 licenses tied up, so they can only get one, even though they
Right
have
now,
4
as it
slots.
stands,
Yeah.
that's the way it stands right now. I don't
But
disagree.
a property a duplex would equal one property.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
But it has separate licenses because they're separate certificates of occupancies for each side.
But it would
for
still
A
be,
and B.
but it would still be one property.
Well, is that clearly stated
just
in
have
the
to- you
ordinance?
just have
I
to-
didn't find it that way when I tried to
Okay.
look at all of
Yeah.
it. That's just me. I mean, of course, I'm the new guy, so I can be accused of not
No,
knowing much.
no.
I think part of this could be addressed by even just clarifying the language on the website, making it clear what people are signing up for, settling some of these questions like Skip just brought up. That's logistics that I think we can probably knock out in 30 days or whatever. I mean, we talked about extending it. I just think we could, that would give us time to clarify the situation and maybe help a few people out.
Okay, well, let's do this the right way. So somebody give me a motion.
Okay, I make a motion that we extend the deadline from the 31st of August for 45 days. And that during that period that we can address any other issues that need clarification and press on.
45 days total or 45 more days?
45 days in addition to the 31st. Additional days.
Do I have a second?
I'll say.
Now we can have a discussion.
I would say that after speaking, we'll skip some information and speaking with some of y'all, I think an extra 45 might be too long. I say we do 30 and Skip and Chris get with Aaron and clarify any language that y'all see that needs to be clarified on the website, and 30 more days, and then that's it. After that, we need to move on to phase 2. Is my personal feelings on it after speaking with everybody a little more today. I know that's not your motion that's on the floor, so if it fails, I would bring up a 30-day extension with you two jumping in and clarifying the language that y'all see is not clarified.
No, I think that's great. I think as long as people understand what they're signing up for, if it's a.
I agree with you,
Yeah.
but you've looked at it, you know what it's at, so you two get with Aaron and y'all take care of
I'd be
it.
glad.
Don't, we don't know what we're looking at, so don't look at us, y'all gotta do that.
I'd be glad to do that.
So
I can amend my motion to 30 days then, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, okay. And I'm assuming you take that.
I can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Any other discussion?
What date would that be specifically?
I don't know.
30 days past the last one.
I'd say
What
that's
date? I'm just asking the
Probably
question.
September
No,
30th,
yeah.
because
Is it September 30th?
No. Well,
We
just,
take
well, hey,
September
wait a minute,
now.
let's just make it easy. Let's just make it real easy. If you're really thinking about September the 30th, let's just say September the 30th
Yeah, that works.
is the date. Instead of 30 days, September the 30th is the date. Will that work for you?
sure, 30 days. Yes, sir.
Well,
That's a Monday.
Second.
Monday, Sunday.
5 o'clock, September 30th.
or midnight if you're doing it on the computer.
Well,
I mean, I don't care either way.
Midnight, September 30th.
Second.
Yeah, as long as you're good with it.
I'm good with it.
Okay. Now, any other discussions?
Let's vote.
Do we have any citizen comments? Did we go through that?
No.
Okay, through the agenda? Just
Well-
trying to follow the agenda. I think someone's here who want to do something.
Well, in special meetings, we don't do citizen
Okay.
comments, workshops, thanks.
Well, it's on the,
I
on the
know.
agenda.
Well.
Kind of have
screwed
to.
up. We're not gonna have citizen comments till we get through voting.
We got a motion on the floor now.
Yeah.
Councilmember Grooms,
Yes.
Councilmember Fink,
Yes.
Councilmember Farley,
yes.
Councilmember Bazell,
Yeah.
Councilmember Rich,
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin.
No. All right, anybody got a citizen comment? It passes, by the way.
Couple of quick things. J.D. McAllister. I'm out at 1715 East Ashley on the far east end. Two subjects. One, renourishment.
No, we're not
Mayor?
talking about that, it's on the agenda, we're only talking.
Marinex did a great job.
I appreciate it, but we're not talking about that. We only talk about what's on the agenda.
That has not been the custom in the last two meetings I've
Well, it
been.
has been too, it's been in a custom for a while, thank you very much.
I-
I appreciate you saying they did a great job, but thank you.
I was aware of that, but the last two meetings I've attended.
We have not had
there have been
citizen comments on,
Not relevant to what was on the agenda.
I don't believe that, thank you very much, because I try to make sure it
You can
does.
look at your record.
Well, thank you. Any other comments?
John McFarland, I live at 1780 Charleston, 1780 Chelwood, Charleston. I'd like to mention something to the mayor. I don't disagree that most residents now know that was a deadline and they could probably meet the deadline. My concern is that and thank you very much for the 30 days. You're giving seniors a little bit more time to get organized. You're giving residents a little bit more time to figure out whether or not they want to get on the wait list. But you're also giving enough time to be able to notify 6%ers. I'm really concerned that there are a lot of 6%ers that live, whether they're in Somerville or Michigan.
This has nothing to do with that. That's phase two. This is all phase one. Thank you very much. 6%ers have nothing to do with this program. This is for 4% folks only. Thank you. 6%ers are in phase two. Anybody else about phase one?
I disagree with you, Mayor, but I will sit down.
Well, you disagree all you want to. 6%ers don't get to sign up until after this next 30 days. Yes, ma'am.
Mary Hadley, 1008 East Cooper. It seems to me that if ISTRs are interested in getting these permits, they would get on the ball and do it, because there are the people that do it and they meet the deadlines. Those that don't, people have to be held accountable, and they're not being held accountable.
This is a wait list for 4% owners, which are
For the
residents.
OSTR, okay. Even more important, the people that live here, all this stuff comes out. It's out here to see. I mean, we can keep kicking this can down the road forever and ever. I mean, I would like people to be able to rent, yes, the OSTR, fine. But if you're just gonna keep extending and extending and extending, it serves no purpose to timelines in the first place.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And I appreciate you like the way they did their job. I hope